sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. You see the sea, I'll see the sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. Shine,
Welcome to Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg, Manitoba, where the Winnipeg CEBL are taking on the Ottawa BlackJacks in their last regular home game at home this season. I'm Tegan Rasha. Thanks for joining us tonight. Both these teams have only played each other once this season, and it was nearly 2 months ago when Winnipeg won by 29 points. The CEBL currently sit second in the West, and Ottawa is bottom of the East. So with playoffs looming, Winnipeg is looking to dial things in, and Ottawa is still fighting for a playoff spot. With more, here's Joey and Dave.
All right, thank you, Steve. Yes, I'm Joey Slattery. This is Dave Crook, and it's a simple storyline tonight, Dave. Two teams that are trying to cut losing skids, but for one team, it could mean their ticket to the playoffs, and that's the Ottawa BlackJacks here playing in what should be a hostile atmosphere in the final home game of the regular season for the Winnipeg CEBL.
Yeah, it's crazy how this league is so tight, and there's so many, different permutations that can go on, depending on what happens this evening. So, yeah, it's a big night for both teams, and Winnipeg obviously wants to win. They've got that game with Vancouver in a couple of days that's going to determine things, but they don't want to go into that with a losing record. And these guys are, the other end are playing for their lives, so it's going to be fun.
Long story short, if Ottawa wins tonight, Montreal's eliminated from the playoffs. Ottawa is in. Regardless of what happens with Winnipeg, it still comes down to Sunday against Vancouver, but they've lost 2 straight at home. Not used to that, so they're going to want to get a win here tonight and get that winning taste back here before they get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're just building chemistry, and they're trying to get better. They've got, the lineup is crafted. They've got the players in place who they want, and now they have to really figure out how to play together consistently and consistently well for 40 minutes.
Well, let's take a look at how these teams stack up here with their season stats. As you can see, both high-scoring teams in the 90s. Winnipeg has dropped back a little bit. At one point, they were averaging 100 points a game. They're at 96.5, 93 for the Ottawa BlackJacks. The field goal percentage dead even, free throw just about the same. I mean, it's dead even no matter how you put it up here, but the CEBL are in a much better position, having clinched their playoff spot a long time ago. Rebounds will be a big one here tonight. There's a size differential here that works in favor of Ottawa, so the guards going to have to be a little bit more active on the boards, particularly at the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg has to play well. I mean, Ottawa's got some big bodies. They're good around the rim. They attack hard. Winnipeg's going to have to try to stretch the game out. I think transition could be in their favor, and they've got to get the the home crowd going, and they've got to play their style. They've got to be good defensively. If they don't put in a performance defensively, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Ottawa, a team that hasn't played here too often, just twice in their history. What are the keys for them, Dave Crook, to come out of here with the win? It's not an easy place to play, especially if you're not used to it.
Well, I mean, the way they play and what they do, one of the things they do very, very well, their pick and roll game is a real big part of what they're going to do. They'll come out of it, they'll come out of transition, they'll attack, and that's the thing Winnipeg has to disrupt. Offensive glass, Ottawa's big. They've got an advantage there. If they get those second chance opportunities, that could put the CEBL in problems. And their three-point shooting is pretty good. They space the floor okay off that pick and roll, and they'll have a couple guys who'll shoot it out of transition.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by CDIC. Let's take a look at the Winnipeg CEBL now. What does it take for them to get things going here tonight against Ottawa?
Well, like most games, I think defense is the key for the Sea Bears. So what they need to do is keep the ball out of the middle of the floor. I think that's important. I think they have to get a little more balanced attack. Last couple of games, it's been basically the two Pistons going hard and no one else really playing, no one else giving them much. So I think they need a little bit more from the rest of the squad. And defensive control, that's been their trademark all year. When they're disruptive, when they put the other team at jeopardy, when they create with their defense for offense, they're better.
Tegan Rasha is our sideline reporter tonight, and she caught up with Winnipeg Sea Bears head coach Mike Rainbow ahead of this one. Let's hear what he had to say.
Well, Coach, it feels like just yesterday we were standing here for the very first game of the season, and now your last home game of the regular season. Is this where you want the guys to be at this point?
Yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a blur, but we're excited to have fan appreciation night tonight, and we're appreciative for all the support that we've had from the community and all of the fans, and we're looking forward to our final home game and the lead up into playoffs.
So Ottawa is still fighting for a playoff spot, so a lot on the line tonight. What do you want your guys to focus on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last couple games that we've played, have massive playoff implications, and tonight's no different. So, for us, we need to adapt to the urgency and the desperation of the teams that we're playing, and hopefully that has some trickle down into, our postseason play.
Now, the BlackJacks have two players that they get the majority of their team's points. How does that impact your team's approach to the defensive game?
Yeah, they have some dynamic people, and obviously they have a multitude of guys that can take over a game at different times. So for us, we need to have a real team effort, and we have to stay connected, and we know that they're going to make some tough shots, and we got to move on to the next possession when they do, and we know it's going to take a complete effort tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. Starting lineups and tip-off around the corner. You're watching CBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Hello, Canada. Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, for that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger. The players got better. The quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. And all that I gotta say, I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg, Manitoba. This game between the Ottawa BlackJacks and Winnipeg Sea Bears about to get underway. Starting lineups being introduced right now, so let's take a look at them. Getting the start tonight for Ottawa, Kobe Elvis, Javonte Smart, one of the great players in this league, Alex Fudge, who's been a real standout for Ottawa this season, tagging along with Isaiah Moore and Tyrell Tate for Winnipeg. Teddy Allen, of course, getting the start again, as is Simon Hildebrandt with Xavier Moon, Isaiah Osborne, and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. I'm Joey Slattery, my color analyst today, Dave Crook. Our sideline reporter is Tegan Rasha. And as we take a look here, Dave, your highlighted players today. Let's start with who you've got highlighted for Ottawa.
Well, Javonte Smart, and you talked about him briefly there when you introduced him. He's an elite level player, one of the best players in this league. unbelievable on the pick and roll. He's hunting for his own shot. He can really attack switches. He's good in transition. And I think one of the keys about his game is he plays at his own pace. He doesn't let other people influence how he plays. He really decides how he wants to play, what he can do, and there's a perfect example. One thing he can do is he can change pace. Fast to slow, slow to fast. He's got both in his arsenal. Elite level shooter. He's a really, really tough matchup.
And as we take a look to Winnipeg, you've got the stars here that we're putting the spotlight on. They're used to it. Xavier Moon is a guy that they're going to be looking to tonight to get things going.
Yeah, I mean, every time we get to see Xavier Moon, we feel sort of blessed. The guy can do it all. He can handle the ball. He can create. He can score. He's unselfish. He can defend. He's a perfect guy. He's the guy you want leading your offense, leading your attack. Winnipeg is just getting used to him. He's played here now for a couple weeks. And, right when they need him, he's getting going. And hopefully he just keeps playing better and better and better.
He's been a guy that head coach Mike Rainbow has been really impressed with. He says that he's been fitting in just nicely here. And a lot of the times it's just getting that chemistry with some of the guys he hasn't had a lot of time to play with. Guys getting used to playing with him. But it's not easy. He's a seasoned veteran. But what he's been able to do here in just a few days, although he's been here for weeks practicing with the team, to put it into play is not easy. And Mike Rainbow giving him props for that here in the first 3 games.
Yeah, playing is you can train all you want. Playing in games is just a total different thing, right? And he's done a great job. He can really play. He can really score. What we need is some of those other guys to step up with him and Teddy Allen tonight.
It is tip-off time, and tip-off is presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Your officials for tonight's game, crew chief Reed Kenyon, umpires Riley Carrison and Tony Turnbull. And we should have a dandy here tonight. A lot on the line for the Ottawa BlackJacks, looking to punch their ticket into the CEBL playoffs. And they can eliminate Montreal in the process. They're trying to break a 3-game losing skid. Winnipeg trying to stop a 2-game skid here at home. Tip was won by Tillman Jr., but it's Fudge who gets the possession, and Ottawa gets the first crack at the can. Isaiah Osborne guarding Kobe Elvis. Getting it back to Smart. Moon on him. This will be the matchup to watch throughout the night. Smart finds a corner, has to pull back as he draws the double. Out to the wing. Here's Moore for 3. No. And Moon will pick up the first rebound of the game. Tillman getting it inside. They want to get him activated early. Nice spin move from Tillman Jr., and he lays it in off the glass.
Great spin move there by Tillman. Something a little different. They often do try to get him that touch early. That time, a little different move than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, switching it up a little bit. Tate misses that 3-pointer. It's another possession here for Winnipeg. Here's Osborne for 3. Still not able to find it. He's been struggling for the last 3 games. I believe that's 16 missed now from the 3 for Isaiah Osborne, a guy they really want to get going again, because when he's shooting, it's usually good for Winnipeg, as there's a foul drawn on Osborne here.
A little talk to the officials there about getting his own uniform tugged on there. One of the things, he's a great player. He can really defend, and we're going to see the drive here and the contact on the foul, and he's talking that he's being pushed off, but you can see he puts 2 hands on the body. But they really need him to get going on the offensive end. It's been a struggle.
The confidence is there from the team. He says he's confident too. He had an interview with Christian O'Mell on CJOB, and he said, I think it's going in every time. I can't let myself think that it's not, right? And it's just a matter of keep shooting it until you find that rhythm. And they've had some days off. He's been able to get the feeling in this building. Another benefit. They've practiced all week in this building. So that's a benefit here. Let's see if he can cash in. That first one wasn't good. Plenty of game to go. Smart going to pull up for a 3. That one clanks. And it's a rebound for Moon, who gets on the run. He's pushed from behind by Elvis. An easy foul call there for the referee. So that's the first foul against Ottawa.
And again, that's one of the things that's going to be troubling for Ottawa. Ottawa's got the ability to rebound, but there's no one crashing there. Moon's got his 2nd defensive rebound of the game, but he gets it. They're out in a hurry. And one of the things that Winnipeg does is their transition from defense to offense is as good as anybody in the league, maybe the best.
Tillman Jr., the only field goal here so far. Here's Osborne going to dribble inside the key, and he gets that to go. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that little in between, he just knocked that one down. Now what he's got to do is find that range from 3.
Ottawa still looking for their first points of this ball game. Smart draws the double team, gets it inside. Fudge puts it upstairs. A little miscommunication, but Moore comes down with it, and there they crack the goose egg.
That was actually a pass there. It hit the rim on the way across the Moore from Fudge. The double team, Hildebrandt stayed high and put Tillman in trouble. He had to guard too.
Osborne gets it off to Moon. Moon with a lane right down the middle, but he can't get it to fall. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ottawa, so Winnipeg will retain the possession.
Talk about a change of pace. Oh my goodness, Xavier Moon there. He just exploded to the rim. Finger roll just a little hard, comes off the back rim. Winnipeg retains possession.
A lot of fun to watch is Xavier Moon. Took him a while to get here. Not to get here, to play here. But it's been great to see him these last 3 games. And he's still looking, he says the best basketball hasn't happened yet, as Jeremiah Tillman Jr. with a tough reverse layup, drawing the foul. He has a chance for 3.
Nice play, nice feed from Moon, but a great finish on the crossover here. We'll get an opportunity to see it on the replay. A little screen and roll. He's going to pop. He gets to the rim. The contact comes and he crosses over. Finishes with the right hand off the glass. Tillman's starting strong. He's done that the last couple nights. They really tried to find him early. What he wanted to do is see him play consistently, you know, from start to finish. Something he hasn't been able to do night in, night out. He's always there defensively. He's always there protecting the rim and rebounding. But we need him to score a little bit more for the Sea-Bears.
Good start for him here. 5 points and a rebound to go along with that. Tate gonna pull up. No good, but a foul on the shot. And that one's going to go against Teddy Allen. That'll be his first foul of the game. This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire. As Terrell Tate steps up to the line here with a chance to get 2.
Teddy Allen was just a little late coming off that screen. Tate got some contact underneath on the elbow, and then Teddy was sort of demonstrating to the official that he thought they kicked his leg out a little bit, but I think he got underneath him, you know, coming in, and like I said, Allen was late tailing off that high screen.
And Tate misses the second one, goes 1 and 1. Osborne, well beyond the perimeter, gets it to Tillman Jr. Waiting for Allen, who takes the handoff. Allen in traffic out to Osborne. Here's a 3. Finally! Isaiah Osborne cans that one, and he's back on the board from beyond the arc.
Nice shot there. Good creation. Teddy Allen off the bounce. Finds him unselfishly. Hits him for that open 3.
That has to feel good for Isaiah Osborne. He's hit from inside the perimeter and outside. Here's Elvis for 3, and he responds.
Nice shot there by Kobe Ellis. Same sort of action they ran again for the BlackJacks, and Teddy Allen again a little bit late, trailing in behind off that screen.
Allen for 3, no. Osborne knocks the ball loose, saves it, but it goes right into the hands of Tate. Here's Smart down the wing, right at Tillman Jr. Wide open down the middle, and he's going to lay that in easily.
Well, that's what Smart can do. An elite level player, change of pace, goes right by the big man, gets to the rim, shoots uncontested.
Yeah, I think Tillman was expecting some help there, didn't come in. Substitutions on both sides about to come in. Here's Isaiah Osborne for another 3. Never mind his consecutive miss. Now he's got consecutive hits.
You were talking about the fact that he was confident, and he looked really confident on that one. Big smile on his face, by the way, in transition.
Xavier Moon said he expects a big night from Isaiah Osborne here, and 2 threes and a 2. He's off to a hot start. Here's a misplay, a turnover for Ottawa. Here comes Moon, puts it back for Allen. Allen yet to get his scoring. Now he's on the board with his first 2. A nice shot as he falls back.
And again, creativity from Teddy Allen. Got cut off on the drive. Everybody expected him to shoot the 3. In the end, he gets contact and finds a way to make it go.
7-point lead here for the Sea-Bears. Fudge right at Tillman Jr. Nice finish.
You know, the Ottawa big men are really mobile and athletic, and as good as Tillman is, Fudge just sort of went right by him there. Nice finish off the glass.
Tillman Jr. working in the post on Moore, and it's going to be a foul there. He'll go to the line for 2. That one's going to go against Isaiah Moore.
Tillman is so tough with the spins. You got to try to keep your body in front of him. You got to try to bang him, and you got to bump and drop. This time, Moore stays a little bit tight, and Tillman can use his own body against him. And that's something, you know, that players have to do in the post, because when they feel that physical contact offensively, such an advantage for the offensive player. What the defender has to do, a little bump and drop. They've got to nudge him and then create space.
Isaiah Moore played the first 5 games of the season in Edmonton. He's now in his 10th game here with Ottawa. He's played with Ottawa in the past. They're very happy to have him. Alex Fudge is another player that Justin Mazzulla, the head coach, first-year head coach for the Ottawa BlackJacks, said has been such a gift to this team. He's a very versatile player. He's a great defensive player. We talk about rim protection, but he can get it done to the post. He can stretch the floor. He's been a real great addition for this team that, yes, they've lost the last 3, but they're right where they want to be in playoff contention.
They've got a good squad, and I'll tell you, their bigs are quite good. Fudge is great in the screen and roll game, and he's also a great cutter mover on offense, not stationary.
And Tillman gets that one to go. It's a 7-point lead for the CBears. DJ Burns checking into the game. And Trey McGowan's also in for Winnipeg.
McGowan's brings a little bit of size and physicality to the backcourt for the CBears.
Yeah, Christian Roller and Wilson Dubinsky in as well for Ottawa here. Dubinsky has it now on Trey McGowan's. Matthew Cleveland also into the game here for Ottawa, coming off the bench. That guy's starter quality. Great guy to have coming off your bench for Ottawa. Smart, nice take inside, draws the foul on the way in, and he has a chance for 3.
2 stars going head-to-head, and Smart got the advantage that time. Took it right at Moon, drew the contact, and finishes.
Scan the QR code coming up on your screen here for your chance to win the ultimate CEBL Finals trip, courtesy of redtag.ca. You could score round-trip flights and courtside seats to the CEBL Finals. Visit cebl.ca/redtag for full contest details. Smart cashes in on the foul shot, and it's 17-13. Winnipeg leading it here as we are at the halfway point of this first quarter. Manuel Aycott on the floor here as well for Winnipeg. So a new look for both teams. Moon out to the corner. McGowan's gets blocked by Fudge, and that is the defensive presence of Alex Fudge you got to be careful for.
Well, he's so long and he's so quick off his feet. Great athlete. You can see here on the closeout, he just gets out to McGowan's. Nice job, and he just knocks it. I think he blocked it with his elbow.
You had a lot on it. Didn't have to worry about it. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break here as we have a media timeout. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube. Cal Tire is a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. Welcome back inside Canada Life Center here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Joey Slattery. Dave Crook is beside me. Our sideline reporter tonight is Tegan Rasha. The CBears with a 4-point lead here. It is 17-13, and the big thing here, Dave, for the CBears is they're getting the production from guys that they need to get going here into the playoffs. They got 8 points from Isaiah Osborne, who's been struggling these last 3 games, and another 7 from Jeremiah Tillman Jr. here early.
Yeah, it's great for them to, to get other people involved. The last couple of games, that hasn't been one of the strengths, and part of that's, they've only been scoring in the 80s. That's why their averages drop, because they're not getting that other production. So great start for them tonight to see a few of the other guys filling up the sheet a little.
Yeah, and Javonte Smart, as expected, 5 points here early. Alex Fudge has 2, and he had a massive block here, which is why we've got this inbound at the baseline sideline meetup there, really low in the court on the sideline for Xavier Moon. Here's DJ Burns, tries to drop it off to Acott, who was cutting baseline, but it's knocked out of bounds.
Unselfish pass by Burns, but that's a play that he's just got to take to the rim and finish. Probably could have had drawn contact, might be at the line if he hadn't got a three-point play.
Yeah, Burns, another guy here, as we take a look at the replay, who's been a great addition to the Sea Bears, especially after Trey Scott left, as McGowan's is short on his attempt. And then it's Roller getting the block on DJ Burns, and Ottawa coming out on the run. Here's Matthew Cleveland on Isaiah Osborne, going to take him down to the post. Spin move, nice finish from Cleveland, and one.
Cleveland's a great driver. He's a guy who can get to the rim. He wants to go downhill every time he touches the ball. Going with his right hand, he is hard to guard. Pulls up that time from about 4 feet, draws a foul, and he's got a three-point play. Ottawa really playing with great intensity right now. Really, I think, controlling the way the game's played and playing hard. Winnipeg's really got to do a tougher job on the defensive end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you're in the East, I know Ottawa's on a bit of a skid right now, but you don't want to play this team in the playoffs. I mean, this is a very talented team with a great, exciting roster, and Cleveland a part of that.
I'm not sure there's anybody that you really want to play. It's pretty balanced, right? You play who you play, and that's going to be a matchup. There's not like there's a real weak link sitting out there waiting.
Yeah, not like our broadcast team, right?
Yeah, there's definitely a weak link. I just don't want to say which one of us it is.
Hey, settle down, Dave Crook.
There you go. Hey, it couldn't easily be me, Joey.
Not a chance, not a chance. 2-point ball game here. Ottawa, rather, keeping it close. It's an inbound here for Trey McGowan's at the baseline as Elvis checks back in. Harmon checking into the game as well. Inbound to Teddy Allen. Cleveland takes the bait, but nothing there for Allen. He gets it out to the top to Acott. Decides to take the shot. It clanks, and it's a rebound for Cleveland, who's just going to get out on the run. Cleveland going right down the middle. A little bit of contact. Short on the shot, but it is a foul. He'll go to the line for two.
That's like I said, that's what he can really do. He's a great athlete. He just attacks the rim every single time he touches the ball. And it's tough. That was a late call, and the Sea Bears aren't happy about it, but there's no question there was contact.
So Cleveland with a chance for two. Gets the first one to go. And the next one would tie it. Javonte Smart is out there with Alex Fudge, Matthew Cleveland, Wilson Dubinsky, and Christian Roller. Sea Bears have Teddy Allen, Simon Hildebrandt, Emmanuel Acott, Trey McGowans, and DJ Burns. McGowans has it now. He's the one who took that last foul. Tries to find Allen. Aggressive there was Cleveland looking for the steal, but he's going to take the foul.
Wanted to shoot the gap, but a veteran play. Nice effort there by Teddy Allen to make sure he got possession and make sure there was a foul called. And I think the Sea Bears are going to get to the foul line.
Yeah, that's 5 fouls, so they are in the bonus.
Both teams have done a job attacking. I mean, I think the BlackJacks have really done a good job getting to the rim, drawing contact, putting Winnipeg in jeopardy, and some of those recoveries and some of those rotations have been a little late. So Ottawa's done a good job on that end.
And defense is going to become more important here as this, the last 2 games of the season, but also into the playoffs as Allen misses that one. Mike Rainbow saying today, don't expect too many 115 to 112 games here down the stretch and into the playoffs. They got to get used to playing in those 80s or lower and be comfortable with those possessions that might not go in and getting back on defense.
I think that they have the ability, and they've shown that they're one of the top defensive teams in the league, and I think that they just have to keep working hard, and they've got to develop that chemistry and get a little better.
One on the shot clock. Here's Elvis putting it up. Can't get it to fall, a little short. Batted out, and it falls into the hands of Teddy Allen. He's got McGowans with him and Acott. McGowans goes all the way himself.
Nice play there, but that's what they attack the defensive glass, turn it into transition going the other way, and easy too. And that's one of the things that the Sea Bears have done well all season long.
Here's Cleveland trying to cut into this deficit, and he gets a real friendly bounce. It's a 1-point ball game here as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
Ottawa runs that action over and over where they're bringing the guy over the top on that left wing, and Teddy's having trouble with it.
And there's an easy foul call there on Jeremiah Tillman Jr. It's before the shot, but his jersey was all grabbed up there.
Roller seemed to think that he hadn't done anything, and from our angle we had the perfect view of that. And there was a whole lot of jersey being grabbed. You could see it being pulled off there. I mean, Tillman sometimes has a little bit of happy feet, but that time he was pulled off balance.
So
Roller on the defensive end.
Yeah, Roller picks up his
Roller,
second
sorry.
foul on that one. But it's funny, you talk about the jersey pull. That's like my favorite story from Jeremiah Tillman Jr. He's playing in Nicaragua last year, just this past year for the Team USA in the World Cup window. And he says he gets the jersey, he's real excited, you know, dream come true. And one of the players pulls his jersey just like that as he's going up. And he said he went right up to his face and he said, "Don't you dare do that again. I might never get another one of these." This one he might not be as intense about, but when you're wearing your nation's name on your chest, you want to keep that jersey when it's all said and done.
You know, the CEBL summer jersey, it's growing on me a little bit. The first time I saw it, I wasn't sure. Looks a little nicer now.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks, eh?
Yeah.
No, I'd say they've grown on me too here, and this is how they've opened the season with it. And oh, what a weird one. It was a block, but it went in. That's going to go to Cleveland, but Jeremiah Tillman Jr. was the one who swatted it.
Yeah, he blocked that one into the rim, but again, Winnipeg's struggling with that simple action that Ottawa's running every time. Oh my goodness gracious.
Jeremiah Tillman Jr. with the putback.
Oh, I think he was unhappy with the block that went in, and that time he just hammered a tomahawk with his right hand.
Scoring at both ends of the floor. I don't know how many times you see a player score in both possessions on both sides, but Jeremiah Tillman Jr. gets it done. Here's Javonte Smart now with the response, and he gets a three. Wow.
Wow, big-time player makes a big-time play right there, but oh my goodness, Tillman's dunk. Wow.
The intensity picking up here. Hildebrand slams it home. Nice pass from Jeremiah Tillman Jr.
And again, just after making back-to-back hoops, Tillman gets the assist.
Here's Smart for three. No, and the intensity is picking up here as we have less than 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Teddy Allen. No. Roller with the rebound, and here comes Harmon. Spin move on Moon. Now loses it for a second, but he regains it, and now he goes to the hole. And he gets it to go off the glass.
Nice finish, nice play there. He just attacked, went right at Moon, went over the top, soft touch off the glass.
This is a high-paced game in the second half of this quarter, 26-26. Pass inside, Acott off the glass, no, Roller with the rebound. Tillman Jr. facilitating after his big putback.
He's done a good job, and he is unselfish, and he's a good passer of the ball.
Smart hesitates, has the ball knocked away. Last touch by Winnipeg, so it'll be Ottawa basketball. And DJ Burns will check in with Mason Krause here. Krause seeing his first floor time of the ball game.
Yeah, again, a pretty good defender come in. Winnipeg trying to, do a job trying to shut Ottawa down. Ottawa's got a good chance to get to 30 here in the first quarter. That'd be the CEBL.
Tate going to try and get that a little closer. He misses it, and it's an offensive foul against Tate. I guess it's going to be the leg.
Yes,
Get a replay on that.
They called the leg kick underneath.
Yeah. Because Hildebrand looked back, like ready to react, and then saw that it was going against Ottawa.
Yeah, I think that was what Teddy Allen was talking about earlier in the game, was that kick underneath with the leg, but it's an unusual call.
Yeah. We're seeing it a little bit more, but it's still very rare. Moon draws the double, gets it out to Hildebrand. Quick release for Simon, but he can't get it to fall. And Cleveland going to track it down, picking up his dribble. Good defense there by Krause to slow down the transition. Smart has Moon on him, gets it inside. Krause guarding Cleveland in the post. Cleveland goes right at Krause, and it's going to be an offensive foul as he took an elbow. It looks like to the nose. Going to take a second to get up. Cleveland trying to plead his case.
Pretty good job there by Mason Krause, but he took a pretty, it's a big time shot right in the beak here. Let's see if we can get a look at it.
Oh yeah. May leave a mark.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not bleeding. He's laughing it off, though. Tough kid.
He is a tough kid. We've watched him play a lot here in Winnipeg at the University of Manitoba. He's going to Germany at the end of this season to play his first true pro year overseas. Teddy Allen. Good wherever he plays. Winnipeg, USA, overseas. Looking to do something here with time winding down. 6 on the shot clock. Inside to Hildebrand. He's got a double team. Finds Burns with 2 seconds left, and he gets the reverse to fall.
Nice cut by Burns. Hildebrand was in trouble. Had to carry the ball a little bit low. It looked like it was going to be a turnover.
2 seconds left for Ottawa. Here's the shot. And he cans it. Javonte Smart. And he looks off Mason Krause. And Ottawa ends the first quarter with a 29-28 lead. Wow, this ball game is intense. And we've got more coming up after a quick break. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CEBL Plus, and YouTube.
Oh, yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Welcome back. Close ball game here at Canada Life Centre between the Ottawa BlackJacks and the Winnipeg CEBL. The BlackJacks have the lead at the end of what was a wild first quarter. It really picked up as it went on. We've had 2 lead changes throughout this game. It's been Winnipeg, holding them off for the most part, but Ottawa has just kept pressing, and Javonte Smart has been the one leading the charge with 11 points here to have this lead.
Yeah, Ottawa's athletic, and they just push the game, and they're big. So, they're a real difficult team. We were talking a little bit off there, and boy, single elimination game, you might not want to see the BlackJacks.
And I'm Joey Slattery. Dave Crook, the color analyst. Tegan Rosh is our sideline reporter, and she's got an update for us. Tegan.
Joey, during that break, Ottawa had a lot of energy on the bench. Coach Justin Mazzulla says that he likes that everyone's on guard, but they need to be sharper with their picks. He said no speed, no screen, and get to that post.
Thank you so much, Tegan. And yeah, Justin Mazzulla, first-year head coach here in the CEBL. It's his first head coaching gig. You might recognize the name. He's the younger brother of Joe Mazzulla, the head coach of the Boston Celtics. He is 27 years old, the youngest coach in the CEBL, and he's done a phenomenal job here with Ottawa. Again, they're navigating a tough 3-game skid here as they're trying to punch their ticket into the playoffs. But he's done a great job at getting these guys together, and you watch him in warm-ups, you see him at shoot-around, he's getting involved. He still has that player's edge, and I think the players like dealing with him because he knows what it's like to be in their shoes.
Yeah, good young coach, and the team is really playing great basketball right now.
Speaking of great basketball, Javonte Smart with another 2 high off the glass. He's got 13. Burns takes the pass, able to save it from going out of bounds. Here's a wide-open Hildebrandt for 3. He can't find the twine, and that will bounce out of bounds, and it's Ottawa basketball.
It's a couple times Winnipeg's had the ball deep at the rim, and I think where the players are playing unselfishly and giving it up, and that was a nice pass and a good shot for Hildebrandt. But a couple times there, I wouldn't mind seeing the Winnipeg forwards take it to the rim and see if they can draw some contact and get the BlackJacks in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, BlackJacks have their biggest lead of the game. That lead is 3. Elvis has the ball knocked by Moon, and Hildebrandt picks up the loose ball. Going down the wing, he's going to pull back. Looking for someone, he gets it into the post. Here's Acott. Acott, another player they'd like to see get a little bit of rhythm here with the last 2 games left of the season. Up fake from Moon, over to Acott for 3. Speaking of the devil, 3 for Acott.
Well, nice play there by Xavier Moon. Everyone in the building thought he was shooting that ball, and in the end, he gets Acott a 3, and that's what he really needs to get going.
And Moon will go out of his way to get these guys going. That's what he takes pride in as a point guard. He can score, he can facilitate, and he can play defense, and we've seen a little bit of that all tonight.
He's a real game manager, and not in a bad sense.
And there's another bucket there for Ottawa. So the responses are coming from the BlackJacks here as they maintain a 2-point lead.
Javonte Smart is a serious player.
And here's a pass caught by Hildebrandt. Good thing it was coming right at us. Teddy Allen with the shot, doesn't get the bounce, but there's Acott to clean it up.
And that's what he needed, right? He needed to get going. Now he's got 5 points in the last couple minutes. Big for him. Goal wonders for his confidence. A good defender, a bit of jack of all trades.
And here we are tied. Fudge goes right at Hildebrandt. Fudge sat out a good part of that first quarter, back on the floor here, but they've got that luxury with Ottawa. We talk about that depth. Between him and Cleveland, you've got Moore and Smart and Tate. I mean, a lot of players you can interchange here, and you don't have to worry about keeping guys on too long if you don't have to.
Yeah, a lot of athletes who can really attack, and he just went right at Hildebrandt again. Hildebrandt carrying his hands a little low, gets a little bump, gets called for the foul. Fudge goes to the line, but that's one thing Ottawa's done a really good job, is they've attacked the CEBL, and they've got opportunities on the foul line.
So Fudge cans that first one. And Ottawa regains the lead after it was tied. And he cans both. Another 2-point lead here for Ottawa in what's been a very tight and intense ball game. If you're just tuning in, welcome along. You're watching CEBL basketball live on YouTube, CBC Gem, and CEBL Plus. Fudge with the steal. Oh my goodness! Alex Fudge with the reverse dunk. Everybody's in disbelief on the Ottawa bench.
Shot the gap there defensively. Nice play.
And a nice finish. Teddy Allen can't respond. And Ottawa with another rebound. Here comes that's Moore on the run. Out to Tate. Finding Smart, who's going to pull up right in the face of Xavier Moon. And he cans that with some words for the Winnipeg bench as they call a timeout.
Wow.
And the crowd here has been silenced.
That's unbelievable. What a player, eh? He coming down. They found him in transition. He's way off the line. Knocks that one down confidently. The guy can score.
And here we'll take a look at the replay here before we go to break. But Javonte Smart with a huge response here. But Ottawa with all the momentum spots up right in front of Xavier Moon after the massive dunk from Alex Fudge. We've got ourselves a ball game. Ottawa's in control. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube. Welcome back to Winnipeg. New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys now by visiting CEBL.ca. And if you are an Ottawa BlackJacks fan, you might want to get an Alex Fudge jersey. Off the air, Dave Crook, we were just talking about that crazy two-hand reverse windmill. On the run. This is a team that is feeling itself right now, especially with Javonte Smart canning that three right after getting the defensive stop. They have themselves a 7-point lead.
It's actually a really nice jersey.
Right?
Yeah.
Ottawa's got good kids, man. I like the red one they have, too. Here's Aycott going up. Nice lay-in with the left hand. He's starting to get going.
Tillman making that happen, right? I mean, it's a great cut by Aycott, but Tillman with the soft pass on the inside. Nice play.
Smart gets by Allen. Here he's going to pull up for a midi. No good. Krause going to get that rebound and push it. Allen to Tillman Jr. right down the middle, and he's going to lay that in.
Too easy there for Winnipeg, right? They just ran down the floor. Ottawa not doing a good job. Late tried to step in and take the foul, but there's nothing there. Tillman went to the rim and finished strong.
Moore with it now at the wing, going to take it right down into the post on Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Spins, fades, no. Teddy Allen going to pick it up and go the other way. He's swiped, and here comes Javonte Smart, and he's going to lay that in with Moon, trying to get him on the run. Nice defensive play. He's doing it all tonight.
Javonte Smart just picked Teddy Allen's pocket there. Teddy a little lackadaisical, got the ball taken off him.
That's 20 points already for Javonte Smart. We're not even halfway through the first quarter, or second quarter rather. Here's Krause. Little hesitation, finds a space in the middle. What a finish from Mason Krause.
Nice play there, change of pace. Mason Krause crosses over with the right hand on the right side, finishes off the glass, but didn't hesitate, saw the lane, went to the rim.
Nice finish, contorting his body to get through the traffic and lays it in beautifully. Here's Smart with a step back. Does he have more? Not this time. Aycott going to carry it up himself, gets it to Moon right down to the corner. Teddy fakes the shot. Tate bites. Here's the shot. No. And a battle for the rebound, but it is Isaiah Moore coming up with it.
The tempo is unbelievable right now. I don't know what it's like on television, but live, these teams are just flying up and down the court.
Smart skips it out to the corner. Here's Tate for three. No. Clanks it, but Moore gets it right over the back of Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Great rebound there. Tillman Jr. putting his hand up like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, great offensive rebound. Aycott a little tired there. Just didn't have the energy to get to the glass to give Tillman the support he needed.
Moon trying to get Winnipeg here going. Misses that shot. Rebound from Tillman Jr. He gets it right back and he slams it home.
Nice unselfish play. Great rebound. Great give and go. A little 1-2 play between Tillman and Moon, and the finish.
So for Tillman Jr., he's got 17 already too. This is the best half we've seen offensively from Jeremiah Tillman Jr. And if you're a Sea-Bears fan and you're watching all these games, the other thing you're saying is no fouls.
Right.
That's a good thing.
I mean, I'm not sure that. I think isn't 16 is high for the season?
I think it is.
So he's got 17 in the first half. It's unbelievable.
Oh, he's exploding here. It's been a great run for him. And Isaiah Osborne, although he's been quiet recently, he's off to a good start. So while Winnipeg is losing, they're down only 3. And they're seeing a lot of things getting better here that weren't going well in the first half. Now, the other side of that, Teddy Allen only has 3 points.
Well,
Moon doesn't have anybody facilitating.
Moon and Allen have 3, and they've got 41. Normally, it would be 41. And between those two guys, they would have 36, and the rest of the team would have 5. So one of the things we needed, and one of the things we've been looking for, or from the Winnipeg perspective, is, those other guys contributing. Well, they're doing that tonight. Now the big 2 only have 3 points. We know that that's not the way it's going to end. So, that could be holding well for Winnipeg. On the other end, Ottawa's played great, and they've really controlled the tempo for the last, 10, 12 minutes. They're playing really nice basketball.
Well, and that's the balance you want too, right? I mean, if you're not going to get the points from Allen and Moon, you don't want them shouldering the scoring every single game where it becomes 100%. A dependency. So in a night like tonight where they have 3 combined, and Teddy has all 3, it's the other guys that are stepping up here, and you're in the ball game. But you got to give Moon credit too. I mean, he's got 4 assists, and he had a couple of others that don't show up as assists, but facilitating on that hockey assist.
No question.
So Jeremiah Tillman Jr. going to the line here for a chance to make it 3 and cut this deficit to 2. 4:38 left here in the second quarter. Glad to have you along for this one. An unbelievably fun game here in Winnipeg between 2 teams that don't see each other very much. Second meeting of the year. Only the second time Ottawa's been to Winnipeg.
I think these 2 rosters look a lot different than they did when the 2 teams played early in the season too. Winnipeg had an easy night when they were in the nation's capital, but today this is a really good, well-balanced game both ways.
Just want to correct myself. This is the 3rd time they're in Winnipeg. They've been here twice before, and they were not here last year. Here's Moore with the handoff. Tate puts it back upstairs, and he throws it down. Isaiah Moore.
Wow, what an athletic play, and what a pass. Set that one up, and he came off the backside and just threw that one down.
I don't know how they're going to match this in the second half. We are seeing fireworks at both ends here. It's a 4-point ball game. Ottawa's leading it. Here's Moon, puts on the Jets, goes high over Moore, but he can't get it to fall. Moore with the rebound. Harmon gets it to Cleveland in the corner. Inside to Moore, who's got DJ Burns on him. Fade away, and he cans that and one. Isaiah Moore. Ottawa pouring it on.
Nice play by Isaiah Moore. Back down Burns. Burns got a little contact on the low body on that spin move. He hits that 12-foot jumper, and now he's got a chance to make a 3-point play. But Ottawa's played really, really well. They've played together. Their chemistry's been good. And like you're saying, they're a very dangerous team right now.
Yeah, they are playing inspired. They are playing like a team. With the playoffs grasping right in front of them, too.
And they need to win, and they're doing a job right now.
They feel it in their reach, but there's still a ton of game to go, and it's been close. Here's Xavier Moon pulling up. He's going to draw the foul, go to the line for 2. But, earlier in the game, we were talking about Mike Rainbow saying, don't get used to these 115 to 112. Well, right now, I don't know if the 80, unless the defense tightens up quite a bit here in the last bit of the second quarter and into the second half, right? The way it's going right now, this is a track meet.
Yeah, well, the 2 teams you could score. I think, what do they average? About 96, 95 each. So, we should be prepared to be up around 100.
And Moon gets the first one to fall.
What Winnipeg needs to do is put together a couple stops. Ottawa's been sort of having their way, doing what they want to do at times on offense. What Winnipeg needs to do is stop that and then use that defense to create some easy offense.
Moon gets both to fall. He's a 92% free throw shooter, so pretty automatic from the line. among other things he does very well. Cleveland draws the double, gets it out to Harmon, who is wide open. Moon closes out on him. Harmon goes right at him. Reverse, no good. Hildebrandt with the rebounds. Moon takes it right into the paint, skips it out to Acott for three. No, Tillman Jr. almost had it. Great heads-up play from Tyrell Tate to take that away, and Ottawa with a chance. Fudge, nice up and under.
Fudge had the running start. He just moved down, big step, and gets that easy layup.
And active hands from Fudge. He's an elite defender. Very likely to be in the mix for defensive player of the year here. Acott into Hildebrandt, tries to get it inside to Tillman Jr., but there were two defenders there. Here's Harmon with speed. Little hesitation, Euro stepping in, and that'll draw another timeout here from Winnipeg as they are down 52-44. Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket now. Must be 18 or older.
Great defense there by the Ottawa team. You know, I think they did a good job. Front the post, putting pressure on. They didn't want the ball to get into Tillman. Hildebrandt a little soft on the pass, and ball ends up going, you know, into a turnover, and then Ottawa goes the other way in a hurry, and that's one thing they've done very well. They've used that Winnipeg recipe where Winnipeg's created a lot of points, you know, from their defense, and Ottawa's doing that tonight.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it before the game started, what's on the line here for Ottawa. For the Sea Bears, it's you're manufacturing the urgency a little bit in the sense that you're trying to end the skid, but in terms of the standings, it really doesn't have any effect, because if you lose that game to Vancouver on Sunday, you don't get first in the West.
Yeah,
but Ottawa, like it's all or nothing.
Yeah, they're in a desperate situation. They need to win. But at Winnipeg, I mean, I think Winnipeg needs to stop the skid, and they want to get some confidence because they need to build the chemistry, and they want to make sure that they're playing better basketball going into the playoffs. And, you know, they have to count that game against Vancouver on Sunday as a playoff game because it has huge implications.
100%. And not only that, you know that you're playing at home in the first round, right? And the last thing you want to do is drop 3 straight home games after having all of this, you know, good fortune on home court. Just to get that winning taste back would do wonders.
And you don't want to just play one game at home in the playoffs. You want to play 2 if you can,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Or that leads to a third, obviously. But you know what they need to do is they want to much rather play here than in Vancouver in that second round if they can get past that first game.
100%. And everybody loves playing here. Fans love it here. It's a great atmosphere. They would love to make a run at home. Acott gets it back to Allen. Allen. Nice play, skips it back. Good ball movement here from the Sea Bears. Moon going to put up the 3 and he'll can it.
Nice unselfish play. Acott gives it up, goes into the corner. One thing, Ottawa, their closeouts and their activity defensively has been very good so far.
52-47 is the score. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left here. Tough shot for Cleveland. Fudge going to clean it up, though.
But again, effort on the glass, that's one of the things that Ottawa does well. They use their size, they use their athleticism, and they're crashing hard.
Justin Injok-Tajore into the game here for the first time for Ottawa as well. Going to be a foul on this play here.
And I think he's going to get charged for this fouling. Teddy Allen comes middle, he gets caught up a little bit on the screen. There's just a little bump, a little hand on the low carry by Allen coming across the middle.
Coming up at the half, CEBL feature with Justin Harmon, the competitor's journey. Tegan will interview Ottawa BlackJacks head coach Justin Mazzulla, and the first half stats will be revisited, as will Dave's players to watch.
Yeah, I think they called that as a non-shooting foul. I think Teddy was looking for the opportunity to get to the line, but they called the contact early before he was ready to shoot the ball.
So 2 minutes left here in the first half. It's been a great ball game. Teddy Allen trying to get back on the board. He's struggled here tonight. He's only got 7 points. And it's a rebound here for Cleveland, who's just going to go right at Hildebrandt. Takes the contact, puts it up, no good. Good positioning from Roller, but he can't handle the rebound. And here's Teddy Allen with a nice take. And he puts 2 in, I should say.
And that's what he needs. He needs that easy basket. He gets out in transition. Moon finds him over the top. And again, defense to offense for Winnipeg.
Allen only 2 for 8 from the field. Oh, no, that's not updated yet, looking at the old stats. But he's got 9. Here he goes. Smart has that knocked away, and it is last touch by Ottawa. So a good opportunity here for Winnipeg to keep chipping away at this deficit.
I think Allen only has 5, from what I remember.
Yeah, he does. There it is. It's 5. Our stats a little slow here on our end. Apologize for that. Here's Moon for 3. Steps up with the pass, and another 3 for Xavier Moon, who's starting to heat up, and now he's got words.
A little inside-out action there again for the CBears. Ball goes into Tillman. The double team comes, and he kick it out to a cutting Moon for the open 3.
So Moon's got 8. Here's a 3 from Smart, rims out, but another rebound for Ottawa. They have been stellar in that, and it's a foul now on Jeremiah Tillman Jr., just his first.
But a great play. I mean, great attack. Cleveland just goes, strong to the offensive glass, gets the rebound, gets an opportunity to shoot free throws. But that's one thing that Ottawa's done really well. They've just focused a lot of energy on the offensive glass all night long, and it's paid dividends for them. They're not doing anything complicated. It's just energy and effort.
Ottawa's got 17 rebounds. Winnipeg has 21, but they have just made it an intense battle down low. Winnipeg has been up to the task for the most part, but they're giving up some second chance opportunities, and they've turned into fouls. Here's Moon.
Ottawa's capitalized on all of them, I think.
Moon with another. He's heating up. That's 10 for Xavier Moon. 30 seconds left here in the half. Matthew Cleveland has it. Over to Smart. Smart still has 20. It's been relatively quiet here in the second quarter. Nice spin move from Cleveland. Puts it up, no good. Fudge going to track it down, but he can't handle it.
Fudge was way up over the rim. He must touch well over 11 feet. What an athlete. But Winnipeg a little better job that time. See what they have here in the last possession.
Moon going to try and save the clock as much as he can. 15 seconds. Shot clock is off. Moon takes the screen from Tillman. Going to pull up for 3. Yes! And that shot will not count. So much like Ottawa did to Winnipeg in the first quarter, the CBears return the favor, and that 3 from Xavier Moon gives him 13 in this game, and Winnipeg a 1-point lead. They're up 57-56.
Moon is such a competitor. Look at how he comes off that little screen, pops up, shoots the 3. One of the things, I think he got into a battle. Smart was so good early, and I think that Moon doesn't like being overshadowed. Too good a player. He's not going to sit down to the challenge. He's going to rise up, and he rose up there, knocks that one down, and with great play on his part.
Yeah, and you can see them getting into it with the chirping back and forth. And Javonte Smart is a guy who will continue to. That's part of his game, is the emotion and barking. And Moon doesn't bark as loud, but his bite is pretty hard.
But he's not going to back down from anybody.
100%. Now we've got Tegan Rasha standing by with Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Tegan.
Well, what a way to end that first half, and a great first half for you as well, the 16 points. How would you describe how you came out?
Just being a dog, man. Being aggressive, being the guy that my teammates need me to be, just playing hard, letting the game come to me.
There's a lot on the line tonight for Ottawa and for you guys as well. You want to have a strong game going into playoffs. What are the keys for the second half to keep this lead?
Do what we normally do, go in the locker room, talk, make sure we don't come out in the third quarter slow. We lost our last 2 games. Like you said, it's a lot on the line tonight, so we're just trying to make sure during the playoffs we can be at home.
All right, thanks and good luck, guys.
All right, thank you, Tegan. We're going to take a quick break here. The Winnipeg CBears hold a 1-point lead, 57-56, in what's been an absolutely intense first half. We'll see what's in store in the second half after our halftime show. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
What keeps me going?
the three, get downhill, mix him up, do anything, really.
All alone puts it home.
He is unstoppable.
Harmon, he drives left all the way, high over the outstretched arm of Bediako.
My name is Justin Harmon. I play point guard, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Being from Chicago, it's really fun. I mean, it's a great city, really tough, real cutthroat. It was really hard, like playing sports, like growing up, because everybody wanted to make it and everybody wanted to be the guy, but everybody didn't go down the same path. So some people veered away from basketball, some people stayed with the course, but luckily I did. When I was like 3 years old, I had just got my first Michael Jordan jersey, and I had a Jordan headband, and I had a big basketball birthday, like basketball party at my church, because my church had a basketball gym. And I just remember playing fives, like 2 feet tall, like going full court playing fives, and that's probably the first thing I remember. I knew I was gonna be good at something. Like I played baseball growing up. I really loved baseball, but my dad made me pick a sport around like 5th grade, and I had to stop playing baseball, and I just stuck with basketball. But I was really playing those 2 sports growing up, and I really loved both, but I decided to go the basketball route. Well, my dad made me, he forced me to bowl when I was younger, so I feel like that was a good extracurricular activity that I had, and I turned out to be actually pretty good at it. It would get really competitive, but I really wouldn't compete with my dad because he was just like too good, and I don't like losing, so I don't like when people talk stuff to me because I like to talk crap, but it doesn't feel good when I lose to my dad because I don't like losing to family.
You and your family are pretty competitive?
Yes, and anything, everything actually.
Porter strong. Sloppy pass from Mulder, picked off.
Are there any skills that you transfer over from baseball onto the court?
I'd probably say like my steals, like ball watching, like being good at like knowing where the defense gonna be at, and like reading plays on defense really well. My IQ will probably be a little bit better. I really had a great conversation with Justin before we came out here. I just felt like it was gonna be a great opportunity to bring winning to Ottawa and just win games and have fun. I always say I'm a competitor, can shoot the three, get downhill, mix him up, do anything, really. I'm really a 3-level scorer, but I would say just a big competitor and want to win every game.
Welcome back to Canada Life Center. It is halftime here in Winnipeg as the Sea Bears hold the narrowest of leads, 57-56 over the Ottawa BlackJacks. I'm Joey Slattery. Beside me is Dave Crook. Our sideline reporter tonight is Tegan Rasha. Dave, this is one of the more exciting halves that we've called this season. We've had a few, but tough to eclipse this one. This has been intense. We've seen the fireworks go off at both ends. Defense, if you're a fan of it, not a lot of it, and when there was, they led to very big points. So if you're a fan of transition.
The defense has been good at times because what it's done is created offense for both teams, but the big thing is both of them are connecting offensively. Tempo's gone back and forth, up and down game. Coach Rainbow's prediction of the 80-point games may be out the window so far today.
Yeah, no kidding. And we look at I just want to take a look at the stats here. There's 20 points for for Smart, and I think he had close to 18 in the first quarter. I mean, he was on fire there early.
He couldn't miss everything he was creating. He was attacking, did a lot of great things, and they found him in transition. And he's tough to beat.
Well, Xavier Moon for Winnipeg really answered the bell there as the second quarter went on. He was quiet in terms of scoring. He was facilitating. But when this guy wants to take matters into his own hands, it's a scary, scary sight for the opposition. And we saw that late in the second.
Well, I think he had 0 with about 6 or 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Now he's got 10 at the half. And shot the ball confidently, attacked. You know, and one of the things he does, like Smart, he plays at his own tempo. He doesn't let other people force him into doing things he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, Moon has 13 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. So looking in, a little early to tell, but he might be in at least double-double, possibly triple-double if he keeps up at this rate. But then you take a look at Ottawa right now. Javonte Smart, 20 points, but you still got 10 from Fudge and Cleveland. Fudge and Cleveland are the two big names that came in the offseason to Ottawa, and when they are clicking, that is a scary, scary offensive team.
Cleveland is a great driver, physical player. Fudge is just such an athlete. He can really do a lot of things, makes things happen.
Yeah.
And attacks the glass. They both are threats on the offense.
And on defense. We saw that one block from Fudge there, too, as we go. And we'll take a look at the highlights so you can see what we're talking about.
I'm not saying that he doesn't do a job at that end, but boy, oh boy, he's a great offensive rebounder.
But we saw it at both ends from him, and he's got the length, he's got the explosiveness here. But yeah, Ottawa was getting it together here. It was a bit of a slow start. There's the block we're talking about, and that's kind of where the tempo changed a little bit, where Ottawa started finding their groove. But this is the fireworks I'm talking about. Like, we got that one from Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Even the layups are nice, but here's the one that got everybody silenced. You could hear a gasp as he put that two-handed reverse tomahawk in. And here was some nice ball movement here. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. getting activated early, and that's exactly what Winnipeg wants to do with him, is to get him going.
If you like dunks, there's been a number of really good, explosive, athletic plays in this game tonight. Both teams really attacking the rim.
Yeah, taking a look here at the halftime stats, I mean, pretty dead even. Field goal percentage has been great for Ottawa at 59%. Winnipeg, though, at 50% clip as well. The 3 points about even, but the advantage goes to Ottawa despite the fact that they are down 1 point in this game.
Yeah, I think it's really balanced. I mean, both teams are playing well. Both teams are attacking. Both teams are pushing. And like you said, the BlackJacks playing for their lives. Winnipeg playing just to make sure they get in a roll and they get things together.
Yeah, and let's take a look at, you had your players to watch that were set up. We had, it was Javonte Smart and Xavier Moon. You hit this one, Dave. You hit this one.
I think that most people could have hit this one tonight if they wanted. Wasn't that difficult. You got two elite level players. These are two of the best players in the CEBL going head to head. And yeah, they both lit up the scoreboard and the stat sheet in the first half.
Yeah, and Javonte Smart, I've said it before, you know, in Ottawa, sometimes they fly under the radar, and he does too. He is an elite basketball player, and it's a treat to watch him on TV and especially live here tonight. He's been a lot of fun. So we're going to take a quick break, come back wrap up this halftime, and get ready for the second quarter. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
Make the simple read, simple play, and make the simple decision.
And it was a tight first half, lots of back and forth, and now it's just a one-point game. How do you have to adjust in the second half?
Yeah, just some defensive adjustments and some offensive adjustments so we can get under control and start to hunt matchups and target the right people that we have to target, and also on the defensive end, just executing and rebounding.
All right, thanks and good luck.
Thanks.
Guys.
Thank you so much, Tegan. Great interview there with Justin Mazzulla. He's very focused. Here's a guy that doesn't look too far ahead. He's all about the details is what he says. He's not worried about the outcome. He said if the details take care of himself, the game will take care of itself, and they've had a heck of a time here. Let's take a look, though, at how the standings are shaping up. This is the absolute end of the home stretch here, and it's this is our Path to the Playoffs update brought to you by Lotto Max. There we go. We'll wait for that to get up. But this is a really, really tight race here for Ottawa, who has a chance here to clinch tonight. Montreal has played more games here, so Ottawa. It looks funny because Ottawa is in last, but last could be second. Like, it's been that close. Like the other day when Brampton was here, they were in second, and if they lost that game, they could have been out of the playoff picture. It's wild in the East. They call it the Wild West, not in Canada. It's the Wild East in Canada. But this is a very, very important game, as we talked about. The West is already set up. All of it has been clinched. Now everybody's jockeying per position, right? So if Winnipeg wins tonight, they'll be tied with Vancouver with the record. Vancouver would still technically be in first because they've won 2 of the 3 games so far. So this is what we were talking about. If Winnipeg is to lose tonight, it doesn't mean they can't get first in the West. And if they win tonight, doesn't mean it's first in the West either. It does come down to that game in Vancouver, because even if the record is tied, if they lose tonight and win the next game, they have the tiebreaker just based on point differential in the head-to-head matchup.
If they win. Right?
Exactly,
That's what it comes down to. And it's the same sort of thing. That's what's happening with Ottawa, right? Tiebreakers, it gets deep. So we'll have to see what happens. And I think the Mamba and the Stingers are playing tonight too, and that it can also have a huge impact in terms of what's going on that side.
Yeah, we'll keep you up. Those games are just getting started. We'll keep you updated on the scores as we go along here. But it's this is again, it's, how do I put it? It's not this game doesn't mean much, but it means everything for the Sea Bears as well in terms of the morale and the rhythm. This is, right. Mike Rainbow has said they've been wanting to treat all of these games like playoff games, and in the last 3, they would have been cleaning up their lockers if those were actual playoff games, right? So,
but if you look, you look at the standings there. There's teams who played 24 games, their season's done. There's teams at 22 games, and they've still got a couple to go. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's a wild league. It's a wild finish. But that, you couldn't have asked for a better script.
Yeah, third quarter just about to get underway here. It's going to be Ottawa getting the first possession. Javonte Smart is out there with Kobe Elvis, Alex Fudge, Isaiah Moore, Tyrell Tate, all of the starters for both teams. Teddy Allen out there for Winnipeg with Simon Hildebrandt, Xavier Moon, Isaiah Osborne, and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Here's Moore. Quick shot, no good, and it's Xavier Moon corralling the rebound. Inside to Tillman Jr. Gets his defender to jump, and he's just going to lay it in.
Nice set action by Ottawa, but Winnipeg switches, gets the inside defensive position by Tillman. Rebound, Moon gets it, they go back the other way, and Tillman gets that early touch, gets things going, which we often see from the Sea Bears.
Yeah, halftime adjustment there on the score, so Tillman Jr. now has 18 points and 4 rebounds. Also has 3 assists to go along with it. 7 assists for Xavier Moon and 13 points. Block from Moon, and then he gets the return. Here he is on the run, and he's going to lay it in for 2.
Wow, athletic play from the little guard, gets up, blocks the shot, and then busts out, knows where he's going, right to the rim.
Xavier Moon has now been activated. Wolverine, as he's known in these parts. And Teddy Deadpool Allen, a.k.a. Tedpool.
Tough play there. Tillman got a little greedy, reaches in, fouls Smart, puts him on the line, knows he shouldn't have done that. But one of the things he's been able to do is stay on the floor. He's not in foul trouble tonight, and that goes a long way, for the Sea Bears and for their attack on one end and for the defense on the other. He's such a huge piece because he's so different than anybody else they have on the roster.
Yeah, and those are those small details that they're working on, right? It's how do you make him effective? And there's a lot of pressure for Jeremiah Tillman Jr., who essentially is the only true big man on this team, right? So they zero in on him, and he's done great so far in battling that. But tonight he's getting rewarded with his best offensive output of the season.
Yeah, when you talk about the biggest part of the game for him is what he brings them defensively that no one else can do.
100% when he's on the floor. And that's been the biggest challenge so far. But in the last few games, Dave, he's actually been pretty good in staying in the game here and staying out of foul trouble.
Teddy got the call, and I think he thought that the call was going the other way, but they did call the block, and of course now the argument coming from Tate is, he thought it was a charge, so it should be going the other way.
Yeah, the exchange between him and the referee was something there, and all is well that ends well here for Teddy Allen as the Winnipeg CBears retain possession here. Here's Allen. Hook shot, another 2 for Teddy. He's been a little bit light here, but here he gets on early in the second quarter. That's 7 for Allen.
Little ISO play, a little running hook shot from Teddy Allen.
Smart in traffic, gets bumped around. Shot is short, and then it's blocked. And Isaiah Moore just kind of lays back in disbelief. Here's Moon now going to pull up at the elbow. No. And there's Fudge with the rebound.
Fudge goes up over top of everybody to get that ball.
Oh, and then he gets the space on Moon, puts up the 3, but he cannot get it to fall. Tillman Jr. with another rebound. Oh, the pass goes off the back there of Simon Hildebrandt. That could have been a bad turnover, but it's corralled by Allen. Allen on Elvis, gets the space, didn't have the shot, has to get the pass off in the air, and does. Winnipeg with 8 on the shot clock. Tillman Jr. has it. Junior inside to Allen, 2 on the shot clock. Here's Osborne for 3 at the buzzer, and he can't get that to fall. Fight for the rebound, and it's Ottawa coming out with it. Here's a long lead pass into the corner. Back out to the top. Elvis takes the 3. No. And Tillman Jr. going to get that loose ball, so a little bit of a struggle here with the shots. Here's Hildebrandt. Thought about it, got his defender in the air. Tillman Jr. thinks about it, does put it up eventually. A little bit short on that one. And oh, what a turnover there. Javonte Smart was looking for more and threw it out of bounds.
One-man pressure there from Xavier Moon, turns him over, and Ottawa can't be happy with that mistake. But right now, both teams, after that great first half where we saw that both teams flying, going up and down, even the first minute or so of the third quarter, but it's been a little spacey in terms of how they've played here last couple minutes, see if things settle down.
Yeah, I mean, only 4 turnovers for Ottawa, that one being the 4th. And that shot from Allen missing again, another one. And they're able to corral it this time, but helter-skelter in their own end. But Moore going to put an exclamation mark on that.
Ottawa got really lucky there. It should have been another turnover. Acott made a nice hustle play. And Ottawa just not concentrating defensively.
Going to be a foul here. This one might be against Tyrell Tate. And there going to be some substitutions coming in here for Ottawa.
Tate's just frustrated. You can see it on the baseline. He's talking to the officials. He just ran over Acott there.
Take a look at the replay here on the foul. And yeah, just
sorry, that was Burns.
A little bit hard on Burns there, a little bit of a body check, but play goes on. This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire. Here's Moon with it, 10 seconds on the shot clock, gets it to Allen, who cuts to the middle, puts up the floater. That one misses. And here's Cleveland, back into the game for Ottawa. Gives it to Smart. Smart guarded closely by Acott. Good defense from E-Man, but to no avail. It's 2 points for for Smart.
What a great play there by Smart. He went at him 2-3 times, crossed him over, changed speeds, and then in the end gets to the rim and finishes. And just like that, oh my goodness, what a block by Moore. Great offensive rebound by Burns, but an amazing take by Moon, but an athletic defensive play there by Moore to block that shot.
Well, this is a very long and athletic team. And the rim protection is elite, but Burns cleans it up there, and now Ottawa looking for a response. They're down 3. Here's Elvis on Moon. Moon, good defense there to keep him in check. Smart on Acott, going to drive at him again, nearly lose it. 3 on the shot clock. Cleveland has to get it up. He does, but he can't get it to fall. Teddy Allen will pick it up. Allen now has 6 rebounds. DJ Burns picking up the trash here, and he's going to can a midi.
That was an odd play. No one closed out to him. He just had space, turned around, knocked down that little 10-footer. Ottawa, I mean, as good as they were in the first half, they just seem a little scrambled here, both in the full court and in the quarter court defensively.
Cleveland going to draw the foul, go to the line for 2. And, sometimes you wonder, right? And I mean, you as a coach have probably experienced this, but sometimes halftime can come at a great time. Can't come soon enough. Other times you almost wish you could vote on delaying it a little bit to keep the momentum going.
But they just, they look so together, and that was one of the things. And I think, one of the things the coach talked about at halftime, is that they just trying to stay to the game plan, doing the things they did, and they were very good. But they've come out here, they've turned it over a couple times in the full court. They haven't looked together in the front court. It's just it's an odd, and they just look like such a different team after that short break.
But still a ball game. It's only a 4-point differential here. Winnipeg leading it. Here's Moon trying to add to that. Another mid-range, and he can't miss right now.
He's really turned it on in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes. He's really playing nice basketball, taking charge.
Now the pressure picks up defensively for Winnipeg. Smart finds a hole, drives down the middle, and finishes a tough one there. Burns said he wanted to travel, but that was a nice play from Smart.
He just makes it look so easy, and he just glides to the rim.
Here's a shot, and that 3 is good. Emmanuel Acott letting Moore know. Moore and Acott going back and forth with the words. But it's the points on the board that matters, and it's a 72-65 lead here for the Sea Bears. We'll take a replay real quick.
You can see Acott knocks down a 3 ball and then gave Moore a little set to in transition, and Moore didn't like it. And the two of them had a little conversation. Nothing harsh.
You would think this is a rivalry here, the way they've been playing, but only the second meeting of the season, third meeting all time here at Canada Life Center. More basketball coming up here inside this beautiful arena in downtown Winnipeg. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Plus, or CEBL basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube. It is the last home game of the regular season for the Sea Bears, but the Sea Bears playoff spot has been locked up, and great seats are still available for their first round playoff matchup this coming Thursday. Get your tickets by scanning the QR code on your screen or by visiting seabears.ca/tickets. Who do they play? We do not know. That is the beauty of this time of year and what's been one of the craziest finishes to the season. When it comes to playoff positioning in CEBL history, this is year 8, and it has been an entertaining year so far. It is not done yet. Regular season still has a couple of games to go for teams across the league. Ottawa looking to clinch their playoff spot tonight. I'm Joey Slattery, Dave Crook alongside me for this one. Tegan Rasha, our sideline reporter. Ottawa, 6 on the shot clock. Here's a drive, pass inside to Roller. Tries to get it up and over, can't, but he does draw the foul.
Yeah, crossed over and underneath. I think they're looking for a travel on the inside. No call. A little bit of contact. Acott on the body. See if we can see it here. And it looks like, yeah, he may have walked. Soft call, but hey, it happens.
And you know who's not going to change their call?
Yeah. But here's the thing. We've said it a number of times, right? Anytime in a situation like that, we have the benefit of replay and slow motion. Referees are making those calls that, in this game has been at speed and at tempo. So, yeah, it's tough. They've got the toughest job in the building.
And that shot is missed by Roller, so it is still a 6-point lead here for Winnipeg. Allen putting on the Jets, puts up the floater off the glass. No, Tillman Jr. was thinking putback, but he just mishandled it. Cleveland, lead pass. Here's a shot from the wing, and he cans it.
Nice play, nice transition. Ottawa got out in a hurry. Tillman was thinking about that dunk he threw down in the first half. I think he wanted another one.
That was Kobe Elvis from Brampton. with the shot. One of the good Canadians in this league. Moon with the response, and he cans the long three.
Speaking of shot right now, Moon can't miss.
That bucket is an ocean. That ball is a rock for Xavier Moon. Elvis, nice play, gets Cleveland open. Cleveland pulls up for a 2, can't get it. Allen corrals it.
Team rebound, and that's critical for the CBears. They've got to do a number. They've got to all get on the glass against this big Ottawa team.
And pretty much everybody has at least a couple of rebounds. Mason Krause has 1, and everybody else that's played almost has more, or 2 or more. Here's Tillman working in the post, going right at his defender, can't get it to fall. Here's Mason Krause now, swings it to Allen with 2 on the shot clock, needs to put it up, he does. No good. And oh my goodness, another turnover for Ottawa. Cleveland and Harmon both going at it at the same time, and it just rolls out of bounds.
Well, that's the kind that you're not going to be mad about, because you got 2 guys hustling, trying to run the ball down. They run it down, a little miscommunication, ball comes off. But luckily for Winnipeg, they get another opportunity.
Yeah, Cleveland going to take a break here. Harmon still kind of looking to the sky, shaking his head after that one. Moon going to inbound it here for Winnipeg. Kobe Elvis out there with Alex Fudge. Justin Harmon is out there as well, as is Christian Roller. Here's Allen, and he's blocked. Here comes Ottawa in transition. Elvis taking a 3. Moon contests it. It's no good. Here's Smart open, closed out by Krause, but it's a little late. Smart not going to miss that one.
You don't want to give him opportunities, a special open like that. He's going to make everything when he gets that kind of a look. The great defense the last time down by Roller. He helped out and blocked that shot.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Winnipeg. It'll be Ottawa basketball as Trey McGowan's checks back into the game for Winnipeg, as will Simon Hildebrand.
Oops, sorry, I was going to say Winnipeg going back to McGowan's. We haven't seen him for a while. Just trying to get him a little different look, probably change things up on the defensive end a little bit if they can.
Yeah, McGowan's too, if you recall, he was sat out 2 games because of the import rule. He was the 6th import. They needed to get Jelani Watson-Gale and Xavier Moon, their 5 games and 3 to play here in order to get them qualified for the playoffs. Both will. Here's a good save by Ottawa. Smart.
And I think they called it contact, an incidental contact on the inside. It looked like Tillman got poked in the eye, and the Ottawa players are not happy with that call.
Javante Smart is livid here. He's going at both refs. And here, all the players are beaking at the ref here on the way in. Missoula accepts the...
The coach is totally fine, but the players are a little bit on tilt. They're screaming at the official.
But you know what, and here he's trying to get his guys back into it here and get them refocused. But I say this all the time, Dave, and you know, you've been a coach for a number of years. If the coach loses his cool, everything will unravel. When things start getting intense like this, it's the coach that has to be that reason.
And he's been absolutely
phenomenal.
Yeah, done a great job trying to get those players focused. But I guess they feel the pressure.
Oh, Jeremiah Tillman Jr. says no way, and letting them know about it.
Yeah, I don't think that'll matter one bit to Smart. He won't be influenced at all. It's not going to stop him going to the rim.
Hey, look at this replay. Oh, it's got Moore gets it inside, goes up. Another block from Jeremiah Tillman Jr. going after the loose ball here. And it's going to go in favor of Winnipeg on the shot clock violation.
Yeah, the ball never got to the rim on any of those opportunities. Even though there was a reset by the timers.
And there's a replay of it.
Because there'd been, I think there was 3 block shots in the end by Winnipeg, and 2 of them by Tillman.
Oh, buddy, this is a game we are in right now. It is a 3-point ball game, 75-72, Winnipeg with the lead. Looking to add to it right now. Here's Tillman Jr. with a massive defensive set the last possession, and he backs into Moore, going to draw the foul, and now Ottawa getting a little frustrated with the refereeing here, going to have to hone it in.
A lot of contact. I mean, there's way too much contact there for Moore. He's claiming innocence, but I'll tell you right now, Ottawa's got to settle down, because if they don't, this could be unfortunate for them. And we're getting an opportunity here to see Tillman and Moore going at it, and he just backs him down. You can see the jersey pull, his arms, he's all over him. I mean, how on earth he thinks that's not a foul? It's crazy.
Allen checked back into the game. Too strong on his 3-point attempt. It goes out of bounds. It will be Ottawa basketball. Moon taking a break here now. 20 points in this ball game for him. to go along with 7 assists and 5 rebounds. Well-deserved break for Xavier Moon. He's played nearly 27 minutes here so far. Here's a shot from Smart. Can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound and a foul on the play. This one's going to go against Ottawa. This one against Isaiah Moore.
Yeah, he went over the top. He made contact, but he's on tilt right now. Great idea to get him out of the game because he's totally lost his focus. And we'll see here on the replay that he just goes over the top and just barges over McGowan. So definitely fouls him. But you know, he can't feel it. It's interesting. Teddy Allen has 7 points, and he's really struggling.
Yeah, Isaiah Moore has 3 fouls on him now. Here's McGowan's taking the screen from Hildebrand. Finds some space. The double comes. The pass over to Osborne. Osborne steps back, puts up the long 2, and that's no good. Hildebrand fighting for the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Ottawa does a great job in terms of taking time and space from guys. Their closeouts are incredible. They really work hard defensively. I mean, this is a great performance by them.
Yeah, this is a team desperate for a win, and as you say, they've been effective on the double team and the recovery. And they've been great at creating some turnovers here above the perimeter as well throughout this game. Looking to dig into this deficit, they're down 3. There's a drive, a floater, and that one falls.
Nice touch there. I think that was
Dubinsky with that one.
Right.
Hildebrand with it now as time winds down here in the 3rd quarter. 20 seconds left, 12 on the shot clock. Here's Trey McGowan's waiting for the screen from Tillman. He's going to put up a floater and can't get it to fall. It clanks. So 10 seconds here, no shot clock. So Winnipeg going to hold on for the last possession and try to add to this lead. They lead by 1. McGowan's with 4 on the clock. Goes up, he has the ball swiped. And it was last touched by Ottawa. Tate thought it went off the knee of Trey McGowan's. 1.9 seconds here for the Seabears to get a shot off. Refs are going to convene here. And it's going to be reversed here. Justin Mazzulla was on the referee, and he said, don't worry, I'm going to talk it over. And Ottawa gets the call, but not a lot of time here.
Yeah, Tate reached in, and the ball went off McGowan's knee. It went out of bounds.
What can they do? 1.9 seconds. Here's Smart. Could just put up the heave. There it goes. Good if it goes. And good! Javonte Smart with the heave and the score. He cannot miss. He's got 29 points.
If anybody was going to make it, I'll tell you, it was him. Seabears aren't happy now with the officials, but that's life. That's the way it goes. Good call, good shot, good finish.
We are seeing everything tonight. Javonte Smart with the 3/4 court heave. Nothing but nylon. And the Ottawa BlackJacks lead 77-75. Stay with us. We've got a heck of a finish in store. 4th quarter next. You're watching CEBL Live on CBC Gem, CEBL Plus, and YouTube.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the 4th quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Time now for our cruise of the game presented by Cal Tire. Dave Crook, I would have said, of course it's this one. Beautiful play here from Fudge on the run with the reverse windmill slam. But we've had a ton of fireworks to choose from here tonight, but this is one of the prettiest of the night.
Yeah, it was a great play. Shot the gap on the weak side of defense, got the steal, and look at this. He just fires, throws that down. What an athlete. He's at a performance. And I think, the fact that, we're looking at Teddy Allen with 7 after 3 quarters, and part of it is his athleticism and the team's athleticism really making life difficult for Teddy.
Each quarter has ended with a team getting the lead on a buzzer beater. None crazier than that half-court heave, or three-quarter court heave from Javonte Smart. Correction, I said 29 points. He just wasn't quick enough to get the points up. It's 32 after 3 quarters for Javonte Smart, having a heck of a game here for Ottawa. Here's Allen for 3 with time winding down. He clanks it, and the rebound skying for that one is Fudge. Here's a quick pass and a drive baseline. No one there. Easy 2 points.
Winnipeg got caught out in transition again, and easy flush on the inside there.
Yeah, that was from Justin Injok to Jore. Here's Tillman Jr. Quick pass to Acott. Back to Allen. Allen on Smart. Allen been relatively quiet tonight. Over to Acott. Shot fake, steps back. He's got 7 on the clock. In the paint. Got to put something up. He does. And no good, but Tillman Jr. gets the offensive board. Hildebrandt with a quick 3. Yes!
Nice play by Tillman Jr. He's really putting a shift tonight on both ends. Really working hard, trying to make things happen. Giving Winnipeg a couple of second chance opportunities, and that was one there where Simon Hildebrandt knocks down the 3.
Tillman Jr. has 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive end. A double-double here for Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Cleveland on JTJ puts up the 3. It's a deep 2. Nonetheless, nothing but twine.
Yeah, and I think this has been maybe Tillman's best game in Winnipeg this season, is in a home uniform.
81-78, Ottawa leads it. Pass inside to Tillman Jr., intercepted by Fudge. He gets it out to Smart on the run. He already has 32. You could add 2 to that. 34 for Javonte Smart, who is taking over here for Ottawa, having an incredible game here in Winnipeg. That is a timeout here for Winnipeg. But my goodness, Javonte Smart had a little bit of a small time frame where he wasn't doing much, but my goodness, he is doing everything.
There hasn't been many times when he hasn't done something, but that was a great play on the inside again by Fudge. He fronting in the post. It's hard to throw a lob over top a guy who's that athletic. He just goes up, grabs it, and out they go, and Smart's on the run, and it finished for Ottawa, and Mike Rainbow's got to call timeout because he doesn't want to get this game and get away from him. It's 5 now, and they want to keep it tight. It's what they need to do if they're, as we get closer, target score time.
Yeah, and we are in for, as I said, each quarter ended with a lead change on a buzzer beater. This has been an absolutely intense basketball game. It is far from over, and as we mentioned, Ottawa is leaving it all on the table. If they don't walk out of here with a win today, you cannot blame it on effort or anything. Effort, efficiency. I mean, this is a team that's been playing at a really, really high clip, going toe-to-toe these two teams. This is a heavyweight bout.
Well, this is one of the best games we've seen the Seabears play, in 3-4 weeks. That Montreal game when they were just so on, when Teddy was just so on fire. But as a unit, this is one of the best games the Seabears have played for a long, long time, and they're trailing by 5 at home, which is incredible. So it just shows you how well that Ottawa's played.
Get your exclusive BlackJacks merch now, including the limited edition What the Fudge and the Capital t-shirts by visiting blackjacks.ca/shop and rep Ottawa's team during the playoff push.
If you want to buy me one of those Ottawa jerseys, I'd be happy, Joey.
All right, we'll try to see if we can get that worked out for you, Dave Crook. You got to tell me which one. They've got a nice set of jerseys. This one, the red one. Here's Hildebrandt for 3.
I really like this one. This is a beautiful jersey.
It is Ottawa skyline on it, the black with the red trim and the different shades of it. Just a beautiful, beautiful set here for Ottawa, and they would love for it to be part of a big win, as Teddy Allen is going to get called for the foul here, and that was a hard one.
Yeah, he stepped in.
And Tegan Rasha has something for us. Tegan, what do you got?
Well, Joey, despite it being a nail-biter game and those 2 breaks within 2 minutes, Coach Mike Rainbow actually had calmness on the bench. He's telling the guys to keep contesting and staying strong and really focusing on those screens to give them options.
Thank you, Tegan. Yeah, the urgency picking up here as well. I mean, and that's the thing, too. We've talked about this throughout. If you're, Ottawa fans tuning in, glad to have you along. And if you don't watch this too often, but one of the things about this arena, it is the mecca of the CEBL. It's, a huge facility, anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 fans, depending on the night. Atmosphere is always great, but it brings the best out in all teams, right? So Ottawa here tonight is playing a phenomenal game, but it's not a surprise to the Sea-Bears that they're getting used to that.
Yeah, no question. And they have to be at their best if they want to continue to win in this building. They want to protect the den, well, they're going to have to put an effort in.
Oh, Smart with another nice take. He's got 34.
It's just a showcase between him and Xavier Moon. Boy, the two of them have just put on a performance both ways.
Check that, 36. I'm too quick to jump on the points here based on what we have in front of us. 36 points for Smart. 2 rebounds and an assist to go with that. Allen, just 7 points here tonight. Here he is taking a drive, trying to add to that, and he does. 9 for Allen here as we are 7 minutes, or near the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Target time window is after 4 minutes. 4 minutes or after, I should say. Fudge going to slow it down here for Ottawa. It's been a high-intensity, high-paced game. He loses the ball. Allen going to pick it up. Finds Moon in the corner. Moon going to put it up. And he clanks that. He hasn't missed many. Hildebrandt gets the rebound, gets it to Osborne. Working the screen. Back to Hildebrandt. 3, no. And Harmon going to get the rebound.
Winnipeg had a couple good looks there and just couldn't knock anything down. Ottawa has an opportunity to stretch this out a little bit, get it to 7 or 8.
Harmon going to drive off the glass. No, Hildebrandt with the rebound. Hildebrandt's got 4, and here is a take from Moon, and he gets that to fall over a much larger defender in Injok Jore.
He just wanted that to happen. He got the ball. He went 90 feet with the dribble, took it right to the rim, finished with his left hand.
Isaiah Moore about to check back into this game for Ottawa here on the next break. Here's Osborne guarding Smart. Sea-Bears trying to do anything to slow him down. Gets it into Fudge. Fudge on Tillman Jr. Nice dance inside, but he can't get the floater to fall. Hildebrandt corrals that rebound. Hildebrandt picking it up on the boards here. Another one for him. Here's a lead pass to Tillman Jr. out to Hildebrandt, and he cans that one.
That's a great play, inside out. Moves with a tough pass over the top. Tillman makes a great catch. Ottawa collapses. He gets it out to Hildebrandt, and Hildebrandt knocks down the 3 ball. He's played well. He's put in a good shift here in the fourth quarter.
We're tied at 85, and the energy in this building has picked right up. Here's Fudge working on Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt playing some big minutes here, but he can't slow down Javonte Smart, who is now flirting with a 40-piece. He's got 39.
He just danced and scored. That was a beautiful play.
And there's one there. Looks like they connected head-to-head. Both of them are grabbing their faces here, trying to get a replay on this one.
Yeah, it's not good, but I think it's a bad head contact. See if we get an opportunity to get a look at it here.
Oh, yeah.
A swat in, so there's a swat, and then I think the elbow came up from Hildebrandt, the natural reaction. So neither one was intentional, but both of them really hurt.
Well, and Simon Hildebrandt, if you haven't seen his headshot from this year, used to take some beatings. He has a big scratch on his face in that one from his first practice of the season, so used to that kind of contact. And Xavier Moon with another 3, and he lets head coach Justin Mazzulla know.
Yeah, confident play. Nice little action off the end of the bounds there for Moon to knock that one down. See what Moore can offer. Last time he was on the floor, he was a little on tilt. See if he can settle down a little bit. There's one right there. Nice play.
Moore cleans up the rebound for Ottawa. Moon has 25 points, 6 boards, and 7 assists. This ball game is unpredictable. 90-88 is the score. Ottawa leads. Miss from Teddy. That's been kind of the story of the night for him. He only has 9. Here's Cleveland right at Allen. Tough shot, no good. Rebound for Moore. Here's Harmon for 3, no. Again, Ottawa battling for those boards, but it's Isaiah Osborne corralling it here in a double team on Moon, who's just going to blow by it. Now he's got space, kicks it to the corner. McGowan's thought about it. Back to Moon, and it's swung all the way around to the corner. Teddy, up fake, step back into Acott, back out to the other corner. McGowan's no. Acott chasing down the board, but he can't get it. Cleveland will corral it, but great ball movement there from Winnipeg. As Cleveland is going to get fouled by McGowan's on the way in.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, good effort by Winnipeg there. They moved the ball, unselfish. No one wanted to shoot the ball, but in the end, it goes up. Ottawa comes away with it. We get a foul, and we're in target score time.
As we go into a timeout, very special moment. We talked about Teddy Allen's 54 points. I just want to get this real quick. A shout out to the Han family who came up from the UK. Their son Noah, who's been in and out of hospital his whole life, 11 years old. He has half a heart and one functioning lung, and he is a ball of energy. We got to know him really well while they were here for 3 games. Developed a very special relationship with Teddy while he was out in Leicester, where they live. They watch every game. We know they're watching now. We're glad to have you along, and it was great to meet you guys. They had a great time with Teddy. He was staying with them at the Airbnb. Get this. His favorite meal was jerk chicken, made by Jen Hand, his so-called UK mom, and that's what he ate. She made it for him the night before he scored 54, so there's the magic ingredient. But great to have them here. It's such a great story, and Teddy's been such an inspiration to that family and vice versa. Thanks for letting me get that, and we'll take a quick break. Target time is next.
Gotta love a Canadian goose. Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins.
Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama,
and anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time. He is cooking.
The Ottawa BlackJacks continue their road trip when they visit the Edmonton Stingers at the Edmonton Expo Center, with both teams potentially looking to secure their playoff seeding. Tip-off from the Alberta capital at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 o'clock Eastern. And the CEBL travel to Vancouver for a crucial game between the top 2 teams in the Cal Tire Western Conference, with the winner securing home court throughout the Western playoffs. Tip-off from the Lower Mainland, live nationally on CBC at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. And that means it'll be 2:30 Central Time. As target score time is underway here. The target is 99, so we will not hit 100, though we are darn close. And Ottawa's leading by 2. They lead 90-88, but this is anybody's game. Ottawa will get the first possession. Javonte Smart, who has 39 points, should likely break 40 here, but Cleveland going to take the first run at it. No good, and it's a rebound from Tillman Jr. Quick pass to Xavier Moon, who had a step on Smart, and they'll settle it. Hildebrandt inside to Tillman Jr. Fakes the handoff. Goes up and under. Reverse lane is good.
Nice play, a little spin move. We've seen that from Tillman so many times. He's been off the score sheet for a while. Hildebrandt finds him on the inside. He finishes.
Tie game, 90-90. Moon knocks the ball away. Smart able to get it back, but there's only 9 on the shot clock here. He's at half. Allen on Smart. Smart looking to break 40. Here he goes. No. And that will go out of bounds. Winnipeg basketball, and the Winnipeg crowd starting up to get on their feet here, letting Smart know that he missed that shot. And this is a very rowdy crowd here in Winnipeg, and that's one of the things that are tough to deal with and can be motivating for the opposing team. Allen steps back, gets his defender in the air, thought about the shot, no, but it's going to be a travel against Allen. Great defense there from Injok Tajore.
Injok Tajore, a lot of contact there against Teddy Allen, trying to unsettle him, and it worked that time as Teddy traveled, trying to draw a foul.
So a stop here for Ottawa on the travel call, a turnover from Winnipeg. Here goes Elvis right in the middle. So much space, but he can't get it to fall. Cleveland gets the rebound, and he's blocked by Tillman Jr. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ottawa. It is Winnipeg basketball. Ooh, buddy.
Boy, it's so unbelievable for Winnipeg when they've got Tillman Jr. on the floor. He just makes so many things happen. He's been great. He must have blocked 5 shots today, and I don't know what the stats got him at, but he had 2 in 1 possession. He's been so active on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think he's got 4 blocks officially, but you're right. There's a couple there that probably don't register as blocks, but it definitely altered the shot. Here's Allen looking to break double digits. Can't do it there. Tillman Jr. tries to chase it down, but it's corralled by Ottawa, and here they come out quick. Cleveland goes right at Hildebrandt and lays in a difficult one, and back up two are the BlackJacks.
That's what Cleveland can do. He's great going downhill, really good in transition, ran the lane hard, took it right at Hildebrandt.
Moon on Elvis. Finds the corner. Moon blows by him, puts up the floater, and he gets it to fall. Xavier Moon has 27.
Boy, there's been a lot of contact out there all night long. Moon really talking right now.
As he should be. He is on fire between him and Smart, having an incredible game here. Moon has only picked up as the game has gone on. Here's Smart looking to add to his total, still trying to break Porter, and he's got to travel against him as he slips up on his way.
Yeah, he falls to the floor, which is legal in FIBA rules and what the CEBL plays. But what happens once he gets down to the floor, he slides, and that's where the referees are going to call the travel. So the fall is not a problem, but it's that slide after when he's got possession of the ball.
So 7 points away from the target are both teams. This has been a classic. Xavier Moon going to slow it down here. Ottawa going to retreat to the half court. And Moon will just ease his way up here and get into the offensive set. Goes against the screen, puts up another floater. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how on earth he made that one. The hand was right there on top of the ball. Great finish by Moon. Came off that screen for Tillman and knocked that one down. He is playing with such confidence. The 3-time CEBL MVP is back.
And it looked like there was a timeout. It looked like Justin Mazzulla called the timeout.
I thought he had. The referees are even scrambling. It's a tough one, boy, for both teams.
Yeah, now. And there's a delay of game warning there, okay.
Okay.
So that's what happened there, but here we are nonetheless, 94-92, Winnipeg leads it, and the crowd is behind the Sea Bears looking to snap this skid here at home. They lost the last two. Ottawa's lost their last three. They can clinch tonight. A lot on the line for the BlackJacks. And that pass is out of bounds. Another turnover. We've seen too many of those for Ottawa, as great as they've been playing.
Yeah, Cleveland wants to get to the rim. He doesn't want to shoot the ball. Drove it there. Got cut off by Tillman. Kicks it out. Goes out of bounds. Winnipeg gets possession.
Moon has 29 points. What else does he have? Almost loses the handle, but he regains it. 8 on the shot clock. Moon goes by Elvis. Elvis pops it from behind, but he's called for the foul.
I mean, as good an athlete there as Elvis is, he can't stay in front of Xavier Moon. Xavier Moon changes directions, crosses over, had an opportunity to go down the lane. Looked like he was going to get the opportunity to get to the rim. Foul called early, and Winnipeg will maintain possession.
Timeout called here, but no, this has been an absolutely phenomenal game. You've got Javonte Smart flirting with a 40-point game. You've got Moon flirting with a 30. Tillman Jr. has 20 and 12. Man, everybody's contributing here. It's been such a phenomenal game. And, just taking a look at the scores here, I just want to make sure that they are the freshest scores. At one point, Saskatoon was leading Edmonton 20-6. It is now 48-41 in the second quarter. Calgary and Niagara just getting underway. 14-8 is the score. Calgary leading there in what is their final home game of the season. They are out of the playoffs. The only team that is out of the playoffs, which is also kind of phenomenal here, was we only have, 2 days left of basketball to be played, 3 days left on the holiday weekend. This has been an absolutely phenomenal season for the CEBL. This is season number 8, and I don't think we've ever seen such an unpredictable season.
No, it's a great season. It's been a great year. The league has to be happy, and I'll tell you who's happy also. The fans who came to this game tonight. What a great game. We've seen so many athletic plays. We've seen some great athletes, some great players, and they're doing things in both ways, both ends. They're working hard. No, this has been phenomenal to watch.
Sea Bears are wearing their Sea Bears summer special jerseys. That's been the theme of the season. They wore it on the home opener. They're wearing it on the home closer. A display of Dave Crook's favorite jerseys of all time on display here. Maybe I'm exaggerating the teal a little bit.
The Ottawa jersey's beautiful. The summer one has grown on me.
Hey, BlackJacks, do you hear the passion coming out of Dave Crook? Let's see what we can do for him here. It's been nothing but kind. Here we are back in action. It's a 2-point game here. Winnipeg leads it, and they've got possession. Here's Allen. And he puts up a tough shot, does not get the friendly bounce. He just cannot find the feeling here tonight.
Again, Ottawa's so long and athletic, they're just making it really difficult for Teddy Allen on every single possession.
Here's Moore. Hands it off to Smart. Smart works with the screen, goes inside, has nothing, kicks it out. Here's Fudge with a drive, off the window, no, and the rebound is taken down by Jeremiah Tillman Jr. That's 13 for JTJ.
Great team defense there from the Seabears. They weren't going to give Ottawa an inch.
Ball kicked out to the corner. Osborne fakes it, pulls up for the midi, no. And it's Fudge coming up with that rebound. Fudge has 7 rebounds on the night. He's got 10 points. Here's Smart, kicks it out to the corner. Moore for 3. No, and it's the top of the backboard. Teddy Allen going to corral it. And here we go. 5 points away from the target are the Seabears. Here's the hot hand with it. Moon pulls up. No. Fudge will get the rebound.
A lot of tired bodies out there. People just can't move their feet.
Yeah, and there's some substitutions coming in for Ottawa. There's another block. That one might have been from Hildebrandt. It was on Injok Tajore.
Looked like Tillman got a hand on the ball again. He's been phenomenal.
Here's Moon with it. You don't want anybody else right now if you're the Seabears. Missed the last one, but he's been on fire. Kicks it back to Tillman Jr., handing it off to Allen. Allen has Elvis on him. 4 on the shot clock. Has to put it up. Spin move. In traffic. Can he get it up? No. And it's Hildebrandt that puts in the putback.
Hildebrandt kept it alive. He knocked the tip with his left hand, didn't go. Got it with his right, knocked it in. Winnipeg 3 points away from target score. But Tillman can hardly move his feet. He is exhausted.
And this is how loud it is in here. Neither team heard the refs blow the whistle for the substitution. Moore's in. You've got Kobe Elvis, Javonte Smart, Alex Fudge, and Isaiah Moore out there with Justin Injok Tajore.
No, it's Tate, I believe.
Oh, sorry, Tate in there now. Injok Tajore is now out. Here's Tate with it. Allen, Hildebrandt, Moon, Osborne, and Tillman Jr. out there for the Seabears. Fudge for 3. Not even close.
And again, like I said, the players are really tired right now. They just can't move their feet. They can't make things happen.
Winnipeg now 3 points away from the target, and the crowd is getting into this one. You wonder if Ottawa just ran out of gas. They need to come up with the stop here. It is not over, but the pressure is on the BlackJacks. Xavier Moon, 29 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds for Winnipeg. Smart on him. They were your players to watch, and they've lived up to it. Inside to Tillman Jr., who has the space. Reverse layup is good, and Winnipeg is 1 point away from snapping this skid.
Winnipeg takes advantage of the switch. They got the big man underneath, got the lob, finished off the glass.
Here's Cleveland, takes the pass inside, skips it out to the corner. Here's a 3 from Tate, no. And here's the rebound from Xavier Moon. He's got the game in his hands, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Teddy Allen with it on Elvis. Spins around, here it is, no. Hildebrandt fighting for the rebound, gets it out to Osborne. 14 seconds on the shot clock, Tillman Jr. slowing it down. They just need a point. Here's Moon with the drive on Elvis. Up in the middle, puts it up. No! Hildebrandt fights for it, but he can't get it. Big rebound for Cleveland, rather. Going to slow it down, back to Smart. Here's Ottawa. They need a point here. They need to score. Into the corner. Here's Elvis for 3. It's blocked by Tillman Jr. again. Can the Seabears close it? Long lead pass to Hildebrandt. Smart didn't see it coming. Hildebrandt with a chance. And there it is! Simon Hildebrandt closes an entertaining game. Winnipeg snaps the skid. 192. Ottawa still needs to punch that ticket.
But again, there was defense. Tillman Jr. with the big block. Winnipeg gets out in transition. Ottawa fell asleep. They threw the ball long over the top to Hildebrandt. He took his time, finished with that little jump hook, give him the victory. Great game for both teams. Ottawa just ran out of steam in the end. Xavier Moon was just too good.
And just a miscommunication. Smart had no idea that pass was coming in, and that causes the havoc. And then Hildebrandt just able to do what he does. Hildebrandt with his second target time winner this year. 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists for Hildebrandt. Another look at this one. Great patience from officially the first-year pro. He's got CEBL experience, but my goodness, The depth stepped up here tonight for the Sea Bears. Moon came around, and just a complete game.
And you could see how happy they are. They needed this win, and it's a good win for them at home. Sets them up for this game on Sunday night, and then hopefully for a playoff run for the Sea Bears. Tough one for Ottawa. They played hard. They competed. From a lot of this game, they were the best team on the floor, but in the end, Xavier Moon and the Sea Bears were just too much for them.
Yeah, and they will regroup in the center here, but Ottawa with a valiant effort. Phenomenal game from Ottawa. A couple of turnovers, some unforced, some forced, might be the difference here, but they put it all on the line here tonight. We saw what they're capable of, but they still need to punch that ticket. That is the big difference right now. They had a chance here tonight, and it's got to be a little deflating, but they got to put it past them as they head on to Edmonton.
Yeah, well, you know, the Sea Bears really rose up, and I thought defensively they were good, especially at the end. They turned it on as a team, did the right things, made life difficult. Ottawa got nothing for free.
Yeah, we have Tegan Rocha standing by here for our Booster Juice Player of the Game interview, going to be coming up here in just a moment, but yeah, the Sea Bear, you kind of felt it slipping away there in the last couple of possessions from Ottawa, where they were having, you know, shooting air balls, getting blocked. It just seemed like they had no answers at the end, and Winnipeg stepped up when they needed to most, and they come away with this win. And now we've got Tegan Rocha standing by with our Booster Juice Player of the Game. Guess who it is? Xavier Moon.
Xavier, your last home game of the season, and you won in a nail-biting fashion. How did this crowd help you find success?
Man, we needed this. We lost our last two at home. We knew this was a big game going into the playoffs, man. We appreciate all the fans for coming out tonight, man. We hope to see y'all next Thursday. Thank y'all.
There was lots of intensity in this game, lots of back and forth action, 29-point game for you. How did you use this intensity to help your game?
I'm just doing whatever I need to do to help my team win. Tonight was my night. I was making shots. I was getting guys involved, man, and that's what I do.
Only one game left in the season. How does this win help your confidence moving forward and going into playoffs?
Like I said, we dropped the last two. We knew we needed this win. Going into Vancouver, it's going to be a tough game on Sunday, but we're looking forward to it.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Tegan. Yeah, crowd fired up after this one. Xavier Moon, 29 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, so close to a double-double, and he only got better as the game went on, and when they needed him to step up, he was there. It was a tough game for Teddy Allen, Dave Brook, but it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things as the Sea Bears walk out with a win.
Yeah, Sea Bears got the win. Xavier Moon, you know, lifted his game up at the end, did the things he had to do. It was interesting when they had one possession left to win the game. Even though Teddy had struggled, Xavier Moon gave him the ball, gave him an opportunity. Ottawa came up with a defensive play. Winnipeg went down the other end, got the stop, they go back, score, win, game over.
And what can't be understated in this game, Jeremiah Tillman Jr. had his absolute best game as a Sea Bear. 22 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 blocks, and he had a steal to go with that.
Yeah, and I think he had 8 blocks. I mean, he was so good.
Oh,
he was such a, I mean, he's a great rim protector, but he just did such a great job today. And in the end, when Winnipeg needed it, they played good defense, they rose up, and I tell you what, when you got a guy like Xavier Moon on the floor who can settle things down, he can score, he can, you know, handle the ball, he can distribute, he does everything, runs the team. No, great effort for Winnipeg, great win. Tough loss, though, for Ottawa. They played so well, and, you know, in a normal day, they maybe come up with that victory, but just not tonight.
Jeremiah Tillman Jr. doing his best Bob Ross and painting that score sheet from right to left. He's all over it. What a great game from Tillman Jr., great game from Xavier Moon. Stay with us. Fans are rushing the court. Thought it was to meet Dave Crook, but I think the team's sticking around here on Fan Appreciation Night. We're sticking around. Hope you do, too. We're going to wrap this up after the break. Just a single game on the CEBL schedule tomorrow. It's the final home game from the CAA Center in Brampton as the Honey Badgers host Miles Powell and the Shooting Stars in the first game of a season-ending home-and-home series. Action gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern. Catch all the action on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. And, of course, the Scarborough Shooting Stars, who have played phenomenal all season, going for that all-time wins record in a single season. Big game there for Brampton as well, as they are trying to get their bearings back ahead of the playoffs. Speaking of that, Dave Crook, Winnipeg has to have a sigh of relief. We talk about this all the time in this league. The highs aren't as high as they feel, the lows aren't as low as they feel, but when you lose 2 straight at Canada Life Center, there's a little panic in the atmosphere with the fans. I don't think it was there with the players, but they knew how important it was to get this win tonight, and they got it done.
Yeah, and you never like to lose, right? I mean, that's one of the keys, right, when you're a pro. But the other thing is, in a 24-game season, a 2-game losing streak, that's a big streak. You don't want to let that happen. So, yeah, no, they played well tonight. They did a lot of the things they needed to do, and they were good defensively when they needed to be, and they got some things done on offense. Teddy Allen struggled, probably the toughest game he's had all season on the offensive end, but other guys more than made up for it. So, yeah, that was a great win for Winnipeg.
Yeah, 192, great win for Winnipeg. Disappointing loss for Ottawa. And, you know, if you're Ottawa right now, you're probably in the dressing room here getting ready for that road trip to Edmonton thinking, what more do we have to do? I mean, you know, this is now 4 straight losses for Ottawa. They put it all on the table here tonight, pardon the pun, but the BlackJacks played a phenomenal game, and it was those few little mistakes that it felt like a playoff game, because there was a few of those mistakes that ended up being the difference, those turnovers that we saw, you know, in the first, couple in the second. There weren't big stretches of it, but they add up, and that ends up being the difference. And as we saw towards the end, they just couldn't find the basket.
They came out of the locker room and they were just a little flat, and they made some errors and did some things that we hadn't seen or we didn't see for the rest of the game. But that first couple minutes, you know, they let Winnipeg come back and, you know, gap them a little bit, and then they have to sort of play from behind. And, I mean, it was a game of runs, and basketball often is a game of runs, but Ottawa was really, really, really good. I thought they put in a great shift. You know, they're athletic, they attacked, they defended, they made life difficult for Winnipeg. Winnipeg got the scoring. They got some things from guys they hadn't been getting from early, especially when they needed it. But the second half and at the end of the first half, Xavier Moon was the best player on the floor. I mean, he just was.
Yes.
Javonte Smart was great, but Xavier Moon was the best player on the floor, and his team won. You know, it's not a shock.
And Smart put it all out. Like we said, 39 points. I thought he was going to break 40. I really did.
Yeah.
The way he was playing going into target time, but he ends with 39 points. He was 15 for 24 from the field. That's 62.5%. I mean, he left it all out there. And as you say, Xavier Moon was the best player on the floor. You know, we talked about Jeremiah Tillman Jr. decorating his stat line, but you look at Xavier Moon, you know, 29 points. He had 6 rebounds, 8 assists. 2 block shots again.
And one of them was a big block shot, actually.
Oh, big time. 9 block shots total for the Sea Bears. I mean, it was a block party for Winnipeg, but the fireworks were still out. And when Ottawa was able to get through those defenders, they threw it down with authority, but you don't get any extra points for style. And no, they would like to at this point. But, I mean, you had your best player playing his best, gave you his best, and you still fell short in what, you know, felt like a must-win game. You know, the window's not closed, but it's a big cut in the tire here as they're trying to roll into the playoffs. They might need a bit of a push.
Yeah, you never know. We'll see what happens, you know. I mean, and part of that's going to depend on what happens tonight with Edmonton and Saskatchewan. That could have an impact as well. But in the end, it's tough to go on the road. It's tough to win at any time. This is a tough building, and I'll tell you what, Edmonton's not going to be any easier.
No. Well, taking a look at that score now, it's a 2-point ball game. Saskatoon leading 52-50. That one being played in Edmonton. That's what we're interested in here in the Western Conference, because this game basically could decide who's going to play who. Right. Well, in terms of like in the bottom set, like third and fourth. We still will not know who the top of the West is until Sunday. Massive game to the Sea Bears. We will get to that in just a second. But right now, it looks like we might have the decided of the 3-4, and then who is going to be playing here and in Edmonton. So even when this game's done, they're going to be looking at that Sunday game to see where they're traveling to, because the only thing that we do know is that Vancouver and Winnipeg are going to play home games here on Thursday.
Yeah, no question. And I think that both of those should be really good games as well, right? Because it's been balanced, and both those teams have given the top two teams trouble at times. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. It's, well, let's take a look at that game now, too, because this is a big one for Vancouver. It's the last game of the year. Vancouver, you know, wants to put that away, win the season series, get first in the West. As big as this win is for the Sea Bears, the biggest test is on the road.
Yeah, well, no question. I mean, right from the start of the year, we talked about the fact that it looked like it was going to be Vancouver and Winnipeg, and that's what it's coming down to. It's coming down to that last game. I don't think that's what's going on right now, to be perfectly honest.
We have too much fun.
Oh, there you go. But in the end, you know, and at times, Winnipeg has looked like the much better team than Vancouver. And times, Vancouver's looked like a much better team than Winnipeg. Last time they played here, Vancouver came in and punched the Sea Bears in the face and did a really good job and really took over the game, you know, in the fourth quarter. And they walked away with a deserved win.
100%. And this was a fun game. As you see, we've been having a lot of fun. Shout out to everybody here on our staff. You know, you see us all the time. Emily Potter's not here, did a wonderful job. Taylor Allen, Ian Frey stepped in throughout the season, doing great jobs in color analyst and sidelines. And you look at all these names here. There's too many to name. I won't be able to keep up with them, but all the great people here that do all the magic here in Winnipeg, the great production that we have. We are so fortunate. Candace Smith is the leader of that one. She does a phenomenal job with her crew. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, everybody upstairs, for making us look half decent here. It's a tough job, and you do it great. On behalf of Tegan Rasha, Dave Crook, I'm Joey Slattery saying see you later, but we will see you later. See you on Tuesday when we have the call here on CBC Gem, CEBL Plus, and YouTube. Thursday. This is why you're here, Dave Crook. It is Thursday. See you next Thursday. Have a good night. Sea Bears win.
Knock 'em out the mud, knock 'em out the mud, knock 'em out the ground with your head top down for some action.